All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Alec, to our E3 2019 coverage. It never stops.
Let's keep it rolling. This is the last big one.
So, Nintendo ends it off, as always, with their Nintendo Direct.
Yep.
And
They usually do their Tuesday morning, little direct, little being a little bit of a misnomer because it's usually 45 minutes. It's usually the longest direct of the year. And
going into
dang.
this, I'm like, Square Enix was great, but this is Nintendo's chance. They've seized the day. They could take and steal the show. Here, what do you think? Did they steal it? Did they steal the win?
I don't know if they necessarily stole it, but they most certainly rivaled it. Very much so.
Okay.
In my book. I think once we digest it, I think I'll be able to come up with a better letter grade. Might be a tie, might be a little under. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to sort of digest.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
So they started off with, as I kind of expected them to, with a Smash Brothers character reveal. And so there have been a lot of rumors and speculation as to who the new characters are going to be, and a lot of people. There was supposedly a leaked list at one time, and some of it was like weird. It was just weird stuff. But if memory serves, one of the characters was actually one of the characters that was announced today.
For sure. Yeah.
But not in the way that I was expecting. So the trailer starts off, like all Smash Brothers trailers, all the characters fighting everything, and then zooms in, and there is the hero from from Dragon Quest XI.
On horseback.
Which I was like, on horseback.
Yeah.
It's like awesome. So that was cool. I was like, whoa. It's like I was kind of expecting it to be one of the older heroes, older protagonists. Sure enough, the trailer keeps going, and yeah, they are also including other heroes from Dragon Quest games, including Erdrick, who was probably the one that was the most requested, the one from Dragon Quest III. So he's going to be there. The protagonist, I think, from Dragon Quest VII is going to be there, I think.
Dragon Quest VIII.
Is it the Dragon Quest VIII character?
Dragon Quest VIII, yeah.
Oh yeah, the bandana guy. Yeah, he's the Dragon Quest VIII one. And then I think, was it Dragon Quest V? Was the other one?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I don't remember. I love you, Akira Toriyama, but man, all your protagonists all have a very similar face.
Oh, Dragon Quest.
Is it Dragon Quest IV?
4? Is that him?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Dragon Quest IV. So the Dragon Quest IV character. So that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, not only that, but in that final Smash, there saw some other fun faces in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was cool. Akira Toriyama is finally represented in Smash. Everyone wants Goku, but that's never happening. So here we go. We have his other beloved Dragon franchise, Dragon Quest.
And I think that they should have just gone all in, have 8 different skins, all the different heroes. Just put them all in there, man. No, it was great though. I mean, I'm really interested because I do follow it competitively and everything. I'm always interested to see how they come in. Like, they have so many wacky, wonky moves thrown in here. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but
so there's a lot of melee. There's a lot of spells that they can do. There's that weird thing where it looks like they almost pause combat to select spells, like the menu. That I'm really interested in seeing how that.
I'm not sure how that works.
That looks so fascinating.
And what was that kamikaze move? Like, what is this nonsense they're throwing at? I don't know how that's gonna work.
Kamikaze with 2 E's.
Yeah, and like that just seems so bad. Did he actually just kills himself too?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks wacky.
Seemed almost like me Fighter-esque, and then maybe you could choose certain ones. Because it seemed like a lot of different things. I don't know how that works exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it's
are custom moves still in this game? You can do it for the Mii fighters.
They are.
They are?
I can't.
Are they?
I think they are.
I don't remember. Honestly. Okay. I was wondering if some of that might be custom move stuff, but I don't know.
I don't know actually. I can't even remember. I
Yeah,
think.
I don't because yeah, well, because they if they are, they weren't really heavily advertised as being in this game because they were focusing more on like a making this a Smash Brothers
Yeah, I don't
for.
think they are.
I don't think they are
That's
either.
my final
So
final
so I
decision.
don't know. I don't know what that is. That I will have to see more again, more about that when they get a little closer to their launch. I'm sure they'll
Because
have more information.
I'm always interested whether they'll be viable characters or not
Yeah.
competitively, you know. But
Well,
I mean,
they
yeah.
look fun.
Ultimately, I don't really care. They could be the worst characters in the game. It's still I just mostly care about seeing representation is really cool.
Yeah.
The Dragon
Yeah.
Quest, I think, is really cool to have them in there. You know,
Yeah, absolutely. So
so
fun
I'm
way to
down.
start off. Kind of what I
Summer,
was expecting, but
summer 2019,
summer. Summer of this year.
and then went on to Dragon Quest 11 Definitive Edition again.
Yeah.
Went over that before. I feel like we've seen this a lot. Like, keeps showing its face.
Yeah. Well, Dragon Quest is like it's a big time for that franchise now. It's really kind of seen a big resurgence in the West. I think
Yeah.
those DS games really helped its the optics, I guess you could say. It really helped it become relevant to us again, I think.
Yeah.
And Dragon Quest 8 was really great and everything too, but those DS games I think did a lot for that franchise. So, yeah.
So then we had Doug Bowser come out. That was a nice
Yep.
little skit there.
Little introduction where Doug Bowser showed up and
That's what I love
took,
in my
took this.
in my Nintendo segments, where it's like a little bit of funny with just the right amount of awkwardness.
Yeah.
Where it's like he just like
Yeah.
after Bowser leaves, he just like sidesteps in,
Yeah.
and they're like stiff. I love that.
Yeah.
But of course, Doug Bowser is particularly excited about Luigi's Mansion 3 because he loves that series himself.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
that's cool. And they
yeah,
went into that.
and I think that looks great. I'm
Yeah.
excited for it.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I've never played Luigi's Mansion game, and it's not for lack of wanting. I've never really. I don't. We never got it with our GameCube. I still don't think I own it actually. The
Oh.
original GameCube version. And it's just a series that's kind of escaped me a little bit. But none of the games have really, especially after seeing this trailer, I realized that none of the games have really caught me like wanting in terms of a gameplay sense. All of the interesting gameplay things that they showed in this look so much fun. I think the game looks really interesting. I'm looking forward to it a lot. It'll be a fun game later this year. I don't think they gave an exact date though, which I thought was kind
Yeah,
of weird.
that was a weird one. They said it's coming in 2019.
Yeah, I feel like they're probably trying to chart towards October.
Yeah,
It
we'll see.
would fit. It would fit. I hope they
Yeah.
can. It'd be good because November is pretty stacked this year. So,
And yeah, they talked about how you can have co-op with Gooigi. You can do
Yep.
Scare Scraper mode with 8 players, which that was a thing in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This seems a little bit different, but
was that a thing?
yeah, it was a multiplayer mode called Scare Scraper. In
Okay.
that I never played it myself. I don't know the differences, but it's similar at least.
Yeah, it looks kind of like just like a cooperative dungeon that you guys are trying to make your way through, and you get different rewards for or something.
Yeah.
It looks
You
fun.
probably can't play with any of your friends. You can only play with random people.
Randos.
That's how it works with Nintendo. Can't play co-op. I wonder is there online co-op? I don't know.
You could probably make a private party.
I'm pretty sure it said they specifically said like you could share your Joy-Con with your buddy for Gooigi. So
Yeah.
it's probably their
Yeah.
way of saying no online co-op. But it's fine. It still looks good. I mean, Luigi's Mansion, I think at its core, the game mechanics are really fun to see. The whole mechanic of catching ghosts, and then you have certain ghosts that you have to do certain things to catch. So it just works really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that, and then out of nowhere, we got a tactical RPG about the Dark Crystal.
Yeah, what was that?
It just
What was that? It was so bizarre.
It just starts the Dark Crystal, and Netflix is the first thing you see, and then it goes
I was
into
like,
it. All right.
I was kind of like Netflix. I was like, oh, are they going to show off? And then it was like, oh, that's the Dark Crystal, and I was like, what?
All right, tactical RPG. I mean,
All right, yeah. It was kind of like, okay, well, that's cool, I guess.
I'm down for weird, cool stuff like that, but
Yeah.
who knows if it'll actually be good or not? Definitely, I don't know, but yeah, I'm down for it. And then they talked about Link's Awakening, showed a little bit more of that. which seems great.
Yep,
There you
I'm
go.
looking forward to that game very much. It's very cool looking. Um, very much a tribute to that game, but they're adding a lot of new content to it too. Um,
Build
a
your
dun
own. Yeah.
a build your own dungeon kind of thing where you create these dungeons and then you go into them and you can earn different rewards and items and stuff from doing it.
Which
Um,
I don't fully understand the appeal of that, but like I don't know understand the entire point of doing that, but
well, it's just like you could even say it maybe it's a challenge mode of some sort. So like it's like a gauntlet. So you have to like go through. It looked like the one that the person in the trailer was going through had like multiple bosses that they had to fight. So
okay.
it looked fun. Um, that's a game I haven't played in quite a while, but it's probably my favorite 2D Zelda game, handheld Zelda game, I should say. It still to me is one of the peaks of that series. They really did a phenomenal job in their first handheld entry, so definitely something I'm looking forward to. I got that. Was it the Dreamer Edition? They announced that, and so I pre-ordered. They announced that after the conference,
Oh really?
and made sure to try to pre-order that. It's not nothing too big. It's basically just the game and a little art book that comes with it. So,
Yeah, I'm
but
excited to hopefully play that for the first time through this new version. I've never played the original Link's Awakening, but
it looks good.
yeah, it
And
does
I
look
like
good.
the I like the style. I like how they made it look like very almost like arts and craftsy sort of a
Yeah.
little. They like almost look like a diorama. Um, and I like it. It's charming, very charming.
Mhm.
Never really seen a Zelda game look like that before. So
Yeah, and then they went into Trials of Mana and the Collection of Mana, which I'm down for that. I played several hours of Secret of Mana. I
mhm.
never finished it, but I did really enjoy it. So I'm
so
excited for this.
so I didn't know what because when they said Trials of Mana, I thought, oh, is that a new Secret of Mana game?
Yeah, that's what I didn't know about it either.
So here's the thing: there were only two of the first three Mana games were released in North America. The third game, which I've always known as by its Japanese title, Seiken Densetsu 3,
Hmm.
which is essentially Legend of Mana 3. Um, Apparently, they're calling that Trials of Mana because they showed in that collection that they're including Final Fantasy Adventure or uh, Legend of Mana, I think is what they called it, um, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana as the Super Nintendo game, and they're releasing those all together in a bundle that's out now. They already released it. It
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
yeah, that's
Shadow
right.
Drop, another Shadow Drop, boom, right there. Um, but they're doing a big grand 3D remake of Trials of Mana, which is one of the most beloved titles in that series. It's also kind of fairly ambitious for its time too. It has like a not only a day night cycle but also a like week cycle. So on different days of the week, different bits of magic do different things. So some magic is more powerful on some days than it is on others.
Mm.
Other days, some of it's weaker. So there's an interesting strategy that goes into like days of the week in that original game, and that's just based on what I'm remembering from when I played it back in high school. I played it on an emulator, and I remember really liking it a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to what translation that they're using in their Trials of Mana use, the one that they're having in the collection, because I remember the DJAP translation had a lot of saucy language. So I highly doubt that they're using that one. So, but
I'm
yeah,
interested though.
big time interested in that one. Yeah,
Yeah. Then they mentioned Witcher 3 coming to Switch. Why not?
pretty
Sure.
cool. Pretty
And
amazing that they're fitting that game on that Switch.
uh-huh. And
Pretty
then
impressive.
Fire Emblem Three Houses. They had to throw that in there. And
Still looking good.
I was actually really excited after it was announced. I think it looks really
Mhm.
cool. I'm kind of behind on like Fire Emblem games, like Fire Emblem Fates. I didn't play the last couple ones, and I never finished Fire Emblem Awakening, so I
Yeah.
feel bad.
I also
but
never finished. Also never finished that. Didn't I never got Fates because I remember getting bummed because I couldn't get the collection that came with the two, and then also gave you the free download of the third one that came out. That was like the download
yeah.
only version. Um, so I never played those games. And then there was Fire Emblem, the remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden that they made on the 3DS as well. Which I don't even remember the name of it. Fire Emblem something.
Which one?
It came out Fire Emblem Echoes. That's what it's called.
Okay.
That came out just a couple. I think it was just like last year, or maybe it was a couple years ago now. But that was the one that came out most recently. It was a remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden.
Yeah, I mean, Three Houses looks right up my alley though. Like
Yeah,
Harry Potter, Fire Emblem.
Harry Potter, Fire Emblem, except with a lot of death. I guess Harry Potter's got death in it too, but the houses are like fighting against each other and
right.
to the death. So that's cool.
Yeah. I'm excited for that.
They've really kind of leaned pretty hard into the anime style, and I feel like I love that. I love that they've embraced that. I feel like probably some longtime Fire Emblem fans are a little like, probably
they really
not too happy about it, but like I like it. I love how they're leaning into it.
Because Fire Emblem became super popular after it came into Smash Bros. And then Fire Emblem Awakening was really popular, and that was the whole waifu. That's where the waifu generation was born. And so now they just want the waifus. That's all.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, it wasn't just because that game really saved the franchise.
Mm-hmm. So now they're like, we need to embrace the waifu culture, and that's what they're doing.
Go for it, man. You know, give me that Tharja.
So it's July 26th, 2019. That's cool. I'll definitely be playing that.
Likewise.
I'd like to, because I always felt bad for not finishing Fire Emblem Awakening, and then not playing Fire Emblem Fates, and then I feel like I just cut ties, and I'm like, let's just start over here.
Let's just do it. Yeah, let's just go Three Houses. I'm feeling the same way. I know I'll come back to Awakening someday because I really love what I played of that game. It's very fun.
Really good.
But, yeah.
Then after that, talked about some Resident Evil stuff. Some Resident Evils.
Talking about breaking into people's houses and playing Resident Evil.
I like that. They had the key though. They had the key to that house.
I guess they did, yeah. So I guess maybe it was.
It was like an abandoned house that they got the key to, and they just went in and play, and they heard some noise. They're like, "Let's get out of here."
But what a weird. I mean, I liked it, but what a strange trailer.
I liked that he encouraged people to go do that though. He was like, play wherever you want. It could be cool to play it where you.
That's the fun thing about the Switch, and that's the thing that people have already been embracing about the Switch. So I like how they kind of
play it in anybody's house.
Encourage that. Yeah. Go to some random empty house. Yeah, go do it.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had some nicer areas around me. I would just go to like a public park and just play Switch, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, that's what Johnny Millennium said that he's done. He'd go and play like Street Fighter and stuff in the park or whatever. You know.
That's cool.
Just like goes park with Kim, and they'd go and do that. So, good old Johnny, encouraging you to get out and play video games outside. Mm-hmm.
Next, we had No More Heroes 3, which is great. I mean, I had never played No More Heroes again, so I'm no help here. But
they're very fun games. Very silly games. Suda51 is a crazy guy, and I really love him. Because he wants to make games that are fun and games that don't take themselves very seriously. And that's what the No More Heroes series is. So, essentially, when Travis Strikes Again came out earlier this year, basically he said, this is to gauge future interest in the series. If this game does well, we can make more No More Heroes games. Apparently the game did pretty well because there's a trailer for No More Heroes 3 already. Which I think is what he was hoping. So that's cool. I'm glad that paid off for him. So.
And then next we have my favorite game of the show, Contra Rogue Corps, which visually is just breathtaking, I think.
So here's the thing. There was a Contra game announced a long time ago. I don't remember if it was for an Xbox, or if it was an old Konami press conference.
Oh, Konami! That happened. I forgot about that.
Yeah, there was a Contra game that was announced, that never came out. Literally, they announced a trailer. The trailer was like just the sea of the Contra, and that was it. And then nothing. No one ever heard about it again. I'm almost wondering if that's what this game is. Like someone just like found out like, oh hey, what's this lying
just
around?
Put it out there, yeah.
Yeah,
as
basically.
is.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it looks.
no, well,
it looks so good. It looks like it could be playing on the Scarlet Box right there. It's so good. 4 times as
honestly,
powerful.
It looks like an N64 game, and I kind of love it.
It's bizarre. I was watching a couple of reactions to it, and everybody's like, "Contra? What? That's not Contra. What is this?"
Yeah, that doesn't look like anything.
You can't just throw Contra at the end of that and just believe me to accept that. Yeah.
I don't know. I like that they're trying something new with it.
It's fine. It's local co-op. And they just threw in real quick Contra Anniversary Collection too. Boom. There you go.
See, that's cool. I like that. They like 10 games.
Yeah,
like
and they gave it like 10 seconds of time before it's like really quick in there.
Yeah,
right after
that was Konami's like, and then they're out.
They wanted you to suck in the Contra Rogue Corps, and they're like, oh, Contra Anniversary Collection. Yeah. They hit you with the Rogue Corps. All right. Then of course, Daemon Ex Machina, which is a thing. It's mechs.
Yep.
Of course.
So I played the demo of this earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Was very underwhelmed. I did not like how this game felt, or played, or really looked in action.
Damn.
This has me a lot more hopeful because how this looked playing immediately was like, okay, that looks way better than what I was playing. Like it looks like it plays faster. It looks like it plays more tactically in certain aspects. It looks fun to me. I'm looking forward to. I hope they release another demo because I'd like to give this game another shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was just kind of bored with it on the demo that I played. To be honest, I was bored and I also a little frustrated because it felt like there was just way too much going on all at once. The HUD made no sense. Hoping they've cleaned some of that up. But what they showed looked good. I'm hopeful for this game. I want this game to do well because I think it's a cool, interesting new idea. I mean, mech games aren't really new, but like that, the title, you know, the property itself is new. So that's why I kind of wanted to do something. So.
Yeah, and then we had Panzer Dragoon Remake.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Left field right there.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never played Panzer Dragoon. I mean, I have one on the Xbox. I still haven't played it, but it seems like the kind of game I actually enjoy.
Is that Panzer Dragoon Orta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orta.
So, I'm hoping if this game does well, Panzer Dragoon Saga remake, anyone?
Mm-hmm.
That's another game that they lost the source code to.
Yeah.
So like honestly, from the ground up remake of that would be awesome.
Yeah, get the discs out, start breaking them.
Break your $500 game that sold like less than 100,000 less than 100,000 copies. I think it sold like less than 50,000 in the States.
I remember when that was the talk of the town in the retro gaming community.
Panzer Dragoon Saga, yeah. I mean, the retro community really doesn't exist on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, so.
But it probably would be if you had that game. I wish I had a Saturn. I wish I had that game. That'd be great.
Yeah, I have. Never mind.
You have really bad games on the Saturn.
What do you mean? You don't like this? You don't like Virtual Casino?
You know how many times I've seen that game around? Every retro game store I've seen has like 4 copies of that, and then like almost nothing else. Just like why?
Sure, these character models are nasty. Wow. Video games are art.
It's a dark time for the Saturn, or for Sega, I should say, rather than the Saturn.
We should do a video one time comparing Virtual Casino to Sonic and the Secret Rings. Which one's better?
Which one's a better game? I'd say probably Virtual Casino is probably better. It's probably a decent.
It's probably just poker.
Yeah, it's probably a decent like gambling simulation game, honestly.
You just have to deal with the character models. Man, it's okay. Next, we have Pokemon Sword and Shield. Which, the one thing you can take away from this little segment is that you can walk with your Pokemon in your Pokeball Plus. And something
cool.
special will happen.
They didn't really say what.
But, I mean, we had the whole Direct, which, I mean, I thought it looked cool. I'm excited for it. Had to mention it. And then they show a little bit more of Astral Chain, which I think looks really cool.
Yeah, really looking forward to this game. I love Platinum. They make really awesome action games. So this looks really good. I'm very excited. It's a new property for them. It doesn't look like any of the other type of games that they've made. Exactly. I mean, it's an action game, but it looks like it has like little, almost like puzzle elements a little bit here and there to it too. So
still got very much that distinct Platinum game style.
It is the Platinum game style for sure. Still, but it's different. It's different than what they've done before. So they're not completely just sitting in a rut, resting on their laurels and making awesome action games. They're trying something new in their awesome action games. So good for them.
When's Wonder Red joining Smash? Wonder Red. I remember when that was people wanted Wonder Red after Wonderful 101 came out, and I still hear people talking about it. I'm like, what? A couple of people were like, Wonder Red and Smash. I'd be shook if he came out.
Zach be shook.
Yep. It was a decent game, but
yeah,
not one to put into the biggest crossover of all time.
Yeah.
Then we have, of course, the classic Empire of Sin, which looked interesting. It was like gangsters, top-down shooter. I'm like
intrigued.
I'm intrigued.
Intrigued. Probably not something I'll pick up, but interesting. It was different. Yeah. Again, something different.
It's that old Microsoft adage. I'm intrigued, but I will not pick it up.
A little bit of Microsoft thrown in here, but in a conference that already has so many things I'm interested in, that's okay. It's okay to be like, well, that's neat, instead of one that's like you have just like you're flatlining and then you're like, oh, that's neat, and then you're flatlining again. You know, that's not great.
Yeah, then we have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which I don't really care about, but it's cool.
Like, oh, so that's your. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this game up.
Okay.
It looks fun. It looks like Marvel Ultimate Alliance type style stuff, and
sure.
I like that. Man, it looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
A Cadence of Hyrule. He's a Crypt of the Necro Dancer, little spin-off crossover thing.
Sorry, my phone's going off here. Shut up.
Which is cool. That's like an indie collaboration with one of the biggest gaming companies out there. That's pretty cool.
It is rad. It's only 3 days away too, as of recording this. I think it's coming out the 14th.
13th.
Actually, the 13th.
Yeah.
So I'm actually a little surprised they didn't shadow drop this one. To be perfectly honest,
they could. 2 days.
They should have. I think they should have. I think that would have been really cool. I would have downloaded it, honestly, as soon as I got home.
But now you'll never buy it because they mentioned it 2 days early.
Never will buy it. Not gonna buy it at all. Just completely disinterested.
Just out of spite.
Screw Crypt of the Necrodancer. That game's amazing, by the way. It's so hard and fun. It's good. It's rad.
And then, of course, they followed it up. They had to. They had to. They followed up with Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Tokyo 2020 games.
Did they have to?
They had to do it to them.
But here's the thing. When was the last Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? Wasn't it like Sochi?
Sochi, maybe. Rio.
It's 2014. It was the 2014 Winter Games.
I've only been casually following the Olympic Games franchise.
Well, it's because they're terrible.
I've never actually played one. I have.
They're just not really. I shouldn't say they're terrible. They're just.
Yeah, they're just
mediocre.
Yeah, they're clearly like not up to par. It's just like it's one of those things.
Yeah, well, because like there's like the mini games are like over in like 30 seconds. It's like who cares? It comes out of who cares? Like I don't know. I mean, it looks nice. It looks better than the other ones that they've made. That's about all I can say about it, though.
Yes, but
You know, whatever.
all your favorite Sonic characters will be there.
Yeah, I don't know why Sonic doesn't win all the
Silver,
things. Silver the Hedgehog, yeah,
Silver will be there.
yeah.
Blaze, I'm sure will show up.
Why doesn't Sonic win all of the racing events? He just automatically
So
should.
stupid, yeah. It's so unrealistic, bro. I can't believe it. Well,
So
also,
lame.
yeah.
So
I
lame.
feel like all the Sonic characters are probably quicker than all the Mario characters, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Mario, and Luigi are plumbers. You know, they're not going to be doing a lot of.
Except for Robotnik, big lanky ass, and is Big the Cat show up here too?
Froggy,
Does he show up in these games?
way up, Froggy.
He should. Next, we have the cream of the crop, the game you've all been waiting for. Animal Crossing. New Horizons.
Not something I've been interested in, but I will let you have the floor on this because this is your baby right
Yes. Well, first of all, it's delayed, so that's cool that they did that to me. March 2020.
here.
I asked for one thing. I can't believe they did that. Honestly, like, I believe when people started saying they took it off the upcoming games list on their website,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's a little sus. But I was like, they can't do that. We've been waiting since 2013 for this game. Why would they drop it and say it's coming out in 2019 and then delay it? That seems silly, but they did it. Okay, and I'm
and I'm a little mad. All right.
I'm cautiously optimistic about this game because honestly, what I've seen so far, I'm like, not exactly what I was hoping for. Like the whole deserted island thing, I don't know how I feel about it, and really like what they've shown so far is really not much. So I have to see a lot more because what they've shown so far seems so much smaller in scope than what I expected. Like, and putting yourself in a deserted island like that, I'm assuming you're not going to become the mayor then, like before. So that limits a lot of the features. They had New Leaf where you could customize the town a lot more. There are a couple of features in there.
But it seemed to me from the trailer that you'd be able to customize a lot of stuff because you are designing the town essentially.
Yeah, I would have to see exactly how they present it because it's kind of ambiguous in how they presented it. Like you're going to the deserted island for a vacation, kind of, but also
they fleshed it out a little more in the treehouse.
I watched the treehouse.
You should.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so they didn't. I thought because it seemed to me that they were explaining it a little bit more comprehensively. But I mean, I guess I wasn't paying super close attention to that because I was working, so I didn't really watch that part. I was just kind of listening to that.
I mean,
so I guess I don't really know.
They went into some details, but most of the stuff they went into was stuff I'm not totally interested in. Like this whole new crafting thing. I've never been a huge fan of crafting stuff, but I'll have to see. It's like an element of Pocket Camp, I guess, in a way where you collect things and build stuff from it. I'll have to see how it pans out. Ultimately, I really have to see the game as a whole because what I've seen so far, it seems like you barely see any elements from the games you love. You see very little of the interaction with the actual townspeople and how they come to this island and everything, and all the like iconic characters like Isabelle and all the other like main characters of Animal Crossing aren't really visible except for Tom Nook, Timmy, and Tommy. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but I'll have to see more. No one really expected Deserted Island to be the way they go with it. I was kind of hoping for a mix of like the modern, because they've been going towards like a city-based area, but also I liked more of the original feel of just being in the forest kind of thing. So I was hoping they'd have like a choice between living near a city and living near the forest, but this is just like no. Take what you know from Animal Crossing before, now you're just on an island. So it's kind of like they're starting from scratch. So I have to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm glad to see it. I'll have to see more.
Yeah.
And they delayed it on me, so...
Hey, man, that's Nintendo's philosophy. They want to make their games really, really good. So they'll delay it till it's the way they want it to be.
That's alright, but it seems so weird that they would hold out on it so long and they mention it finally. It's
Well, they mentioned it last year.
They mentioned it last year, but they waited years to mention it, like years.
Well, they waited, yeah, because they were working on New Leaf stuff for a while, and then they did Happy Home Designer, which was like a little expansion to it. And they were just spending time on that and not focusing really on making a new game.
Yeah, they dicked around with Amiibo Festival.
Yeah, Amiibo Festival, which was God knows why they did that. I don't know what they were thinking when they when they made that game.
So, but that's why it's like 2013 is when Animal Crossing New Leaf came out. 6 years later, that's fine, I guess. We'll see. Also, they showed like eight freaking villagers on this one island too. So like 8-player online. That's interesting. I'm really hoping they have more stuff you can do together. They said you could work together in some regard, but there's like a leader. You have to designate a leader. There's some stuff that still I'm unsure of how that works. So I'm skeptical, but we'll see. Sorry, that's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. Well, I hope it pans out really well for you. Honestly, I was just happy to see it. I thought it was cool because I was like, wow, that's really different. That's interesting direction they're taking it. But I can kind of see where you're coming from, where it's like I don't know if I necessarily wanted it to go in that direction. So
yeah, because they really haven't fleshed it out much. Yeah. So right as it looks right now, it's like it seems like a watered down version of what I know. So I'm like, I need a lot more, because all they've shown is the tent. Obviously, you're not going to be living in a tent the whole time, but
they showed you building a house or whatever too. They seem to. I thought I got that impression anyway.
So what's next? You remember what's next?
I don't remember exactly what's next.
Well, there was Smash Bros.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this character, basically everyone had given up on. Basically, this character had been.
There was a resurgence.
There was a resurgence.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I heard people even saying stuff as wildly as like, "There's gonna be a Fortnite character as one of the DLC people."
What?
Well, here's the thing. They had decided. Sakurai said they decided on who all of the bonus characters were going to be like when they started developing the game. Couldn't possibly be Fortnite. Because that game came out like just a couple years ago or like earlier last year. I don't even remember exactly. It was like 2017 when that game came out. They could not have possibly been a Smash Brothers character. So I don't know what people are saying. I mean, there's still a chance there'll be like Minecraft Steve or whatever will show up or some other random characters like that. But no, they did the best possible thing they ever could have done, and Banjo-Kazooie is in Smash. And I think the game's complete. It really means Smash Ultimate. When they bring a Banjo-Kazooie in this game, everybody's dreams are coming true.
Everybody except for the Geno fans.
I am a Geno fan. I want Geno in this game really badly.
He's got to find a way in there.
He's probably not going to be in it. Like Geno is honestly like now it's always been my most wanted character in Smash. But I'm so happy Banjo-Kazooie's in this game, man. It's such a cool little thing. Grant Kirkhope even wrote the little theme, the introductory theme too.
Yeah. I
saw on his Instagram. He said, "Yeah, I wrote that. That was my little theme I wrote in there." So that's cool. So we'll hopefully get some cool Banjo-Kazooie song arrangements in the music.
The next step, you have to take it a step further. Nintendo needs to take Banjo. They need to take him back.
Take him back from Rare.
Get him. Give us something. Now, I mean, that would have been great if they just stole Banjo from them.
Yeah, that would be cool. Would have been cool.
Because Rare is just rotting away over with Xbox. It's amazing.
Sea of Thieves is good, though. Sea of Thieves is actually a good game.
Who cares? I'm saying all the rare properties that we know and love.
All the rare properties are wasting away. That's very true.
Like they literally bought them and then...
They're not doing anything with Perfect Dark. They forgot about Killer Instinct. Like, I don't even know. They came out with a game and then no one cared about it. They're not doing anything with like Jet Force Gemini or like well, I already said Perfect Dark. They're not doing anything with Banjo, Conquer. You know, it's like, come on, man, do something.
Yeah, like just give them up. Nintendo's got to do a buyout. Just
Just
get
buy
them back.
Rare.
Because honestly, I'm just thinking of it. It's like
They'd be
Nintendo.
such a perfect fit for Nintendo. They were for so long.
I know. Get
That's
them
the
back in there.
Dude,
Snuggle up with Nintendo again.
so sad when Microsoft obtained them.
Because honestly,
It's
if you absorb Rare and make them like a second party almost again, they can make magic happen.
Yeah, they could. They could do it again.
Because you
I
give
would
the
want them to.
Nintendo Touch on anything, it's guaranteed to at least be a product of quality. And you take a series like Banjo Kazooie, which platforming, they know this kind of collectathon style game. They know how to do it.
3D platformers, man.
So just give it to them. Just give it to them, Xbox. You already met with Sakurai. You gave him Banjo for this.
Blessing. Yeah.
So now just give him it all. I want to know what that meeting was like too. Yeah. So one of your old properties. I don't know if you remember. You have them.
Yeah.
But,
No. See, Sea of Thieves has tributes to all of those. You can get, or at least in certain events, different figureheads on ships. There was one that's a Banjo Kazooie one. You could get a Banjo Kazooie figurehead.
oh, they know they own them, but yeah.
Actually, if you log in the game between it was like yesterday and I think it's by the end of the week, you'll get a Master Chief figurehead.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Master Chief is going to be the last DLC character.
Yeah, Master Chief. Well, that's what people were. Some people are speculating. Master Chief.
So we have 2 more unrevealed DLC characters, right?
Yeah.
I really wonder what they're going to be.
Dog, Gino better be one of them.
You think Gino's going to get in there?
No, I don't. I'm holding out a shred of hope.
If they put Gino in there, there's like no long-lasting request that's left unfulfilled at that point. It's like Gino, seriously. That's it.
Yeah, Erdrick. They did Erdrick, Simon, Belmont. They've got,
Ridley,
all of them. King K. Rool.
No, they'd have to go back and get Crystal from Star Fox in there. I remember that was the one that people wanted back in the early days, like Brawl.
Yeah.
But now she's not relevant anymore.
Yeah, she's just an assistant.
See, that's the thing. Like with these requested characters, they can go out of relevance, but yet Gino persists, despite his irrelevancy.
That's because Mario RPG is great, and everybody loves that game.
Yeah. Also, do something with Mario RPG. Bring it back.
Yeah, dog. Stop wasting.
Bring back Paper Mario. The fixed Paper Mario.
Yeah.
What are you doing to me?
Mario, you big losers. Actually, Paper Mario as a character would be cool.
Yeah. Game & Watch Echo Fighter. Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, in conclusion, fix Paper Mario, and that's irrelevant. Okay. Last announcement. One more thing. He got him real close. He got one little more thing for you.
However they do it, they always have their finger up there at the end there.
All right. What do we got? Oh, we see some sperm-looking things going around. And I was like, oh, what is this? Music starts playing. Then we see something looking like Zelda. Zelda's there. Oh, what's this going to be? Oh, and then I was like, is it DLC? Breath of the Wild DLC? Couldn't be a sequel. No.
Couldn't it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yes. Breath of the Wild. Just one sentence. Yeah.
A Breath of the Wild sequel is now in development.
Yeah, that's great. Beautiful.
It is great.
That's exactly what I want.
It pretty much, honestly.
Because I was saying that before. Breath of the Wild, I'm like, this is the recipe for success right there. I want this again.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They have a beautiful, large world map that they can just iterate on now. You can change some stuff around. You can alter the world a little bit, but still have that baseline. You don't even necessarily have to have the whole full thing still. Especially if you want to change it drastically, like you want to have another devastating thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
You could change the whole world around. You could have I don't know, dark world elements or something.
Yeah, what do you think they're gonna do? As far as a sequel, is it literally just gonna take that world and then have new events, or
I don't know. I mean, I think they'll probably try to switch because okay, so like the beginning, because they what little they showed of this cutscene looked like Link and Zelda are venturing into a dungeon, presumably under Hyrule Castle, that they discovered, and where they came across a very decrepit but still alive Ganondorf, which is what it seems to be. So my thought, I mean, and then you start to see like Hyrule Castle start to rise. So to me, I think they're probably going to try to. There's probably going to be some sort of either Zelda is like Link's companion, a la something like God of War, where you have a companion the whole time, or like Last of Us, or maybe even a cooperative element where Zelda's actually a playable character, and other people can come in and play with you in that way.
Would be cool.
Which would be really cool. It'd be really different. It'd be fun. You could build whole dungeons around that. You can still use physics-based puzzles, but you can actually build like real dungeons. That's kind of the one weakness that people say that Breath of the Wild doesn't really have any like real dungeons. The world itself is your oyster, and there's not really like dungeons really. The beasts don't really count because all the puzzles there are pretty physics-based, and they're all pretty short. They also don't really have keys either. So maybe if I feel like they can still use that world and like give you dungeons, maybe have some sort of gameplay gimmick like that where Zelda's a playable character, or Zelda's a buddy at least. Because it seems like her and Link are really, really close now. I mean, they were close in the flashbacks in the previous game. Spoiler alert! But it seems like they're going to be traveling together, and I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Whatever comes from that, I like that. I like having Zelda and Link as an equal, because Zelda in that game she's just so cool. I liked her a lot. What a great character.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited to see what they do with it. I mean, it's in development. They just said it's in development now, so
that's probably literally all that they've done. My guess, at the earliest, would be like March 2021.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
That's my guess as to what they're aiming for, but who knows?
But I love that you can do that, and I don't mind. But I love that you can just say, "Oh, we're doing this," and it's like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's hype."
Yeah,
so you get points for me.
That's all I want. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, it was like last year where Bethesda's like Elder Scrolls 6, and it was like they literally just used Skyrim music, and it was just like a landscape, and they just the Elder Scrolls 6 popped up, and that was it. That's all anyone needed.
Shameless. It's just shameless.
It was. I mean, that was more shameless because they showed literally nothing.
Yeah.
In this, they at least showed us a cutscene or part of a cutscene.
I hope next year they're just like, it is still in development, and everybody's. Yeah! That's why I wanted the crowd reactions. I missed the crowd reaction. They would have been so hyped about this. Like, this reveal, like all the Smash Bros. Characters, would have been cool to hear the crowd reactions for along the way.
So, someone did record Nintendo New York's live reactions.
Oh, yeah, they always do that, yeah.
I want to go watch that, because that's going to be fun. I remember the first time during the Direct where they announced Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Just it was pandemonium. It was
great. Imagine that on a live stage. That would have been crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everyone is here. Oh, my God.
Nintendo fans are crazy, dude. So
yeah, and that's what I think is one of my favorite things. Looking back at like E3 2010 when they announced like Donkey Kong Country Returns, when you just hear like the rumblings of the initial music, and people are just going out of their minds. Just they know what's coming.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I was also thinking, what about E3 2004? Just probably will never be topped as the best moment of E3 ever. Like, I still get chills from that moment. Everyone collectively loses it in the audience.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And you do lose that. It's like, now we're just these quaint little directs, and it's like you enjoy them on your own. But
at the same time, then you also don't have the issue of Skyward Sword's reveal, which was very embarrassing.
I love that reveal.
Very embarrassing.
That's my favorite. That was my favorite reveal. I love that.
I was so I was like, I remember being on like the edge of my seat, being like, yes! And then it was like, oh, this isn't working. I was like, oh, no.
That's great. I love the awkwardness that comes from it, too.
Very fun.
So, Breath of the Wild, super excited for that, because that's literally... I was surprised by how much I loved that game when I played it, because I was never able to call myself a hardcore Zelda fan, but yeah, I still fall in love with that game. What stuff could they change with that? Maybe make the weapons last a little longer, not break.
Yeah, maybe.
Interested to
That's
see.
another complaint people have, which I can understand. I don't necessarily share it as a negative, but I can understand why people find it as a negative.
Yeah, I mean it's
I'm
not a
kind of
huge negative, but I think that's definitely a negative.
I'm more or less indifferent on it. I don't think it's, but that's another discussion. We've been going on for quite a while on Nintendo,
Oh
so
yeah, we have. So, with that being
great.
said, I'll give this a grade of A. A again.
Yeah, I'm still hovering between A and A minus, but I think I'm gonna give this an A. Again, little surprises here and there. That mana thing, shadow dropping, the Smash Brothers reveals, new Zelda showing off more Link's Awakening, showing off new features of that game. No More Heroes 3. Just really cool stuff all around. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a Nintendo fan for sure. Fire Emblem's coming out soon. Um, so yeah, I thought it was a really solid. They did what they had to do. The Mario Maker's coming out in 2 weeks, and they didn't even talk about it hardly at all. And I mean, this would have been kind of weird for them to do that because it's coming out so soon. But it's a good time to be a Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
They again, more reason. Like to me, like this did the best job of like being like, this is why you need a Nintendo Switch. So many different and varying games coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love just like the embrace, like not only of widely different genres, but like even some of the more niche genres, like the more obscure JRPGs. Still, like they're still giving a lot of JRPG love in there, in addition to all their main things. Like they're really pushing a lot of different things here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
for
it.
sure.
All right.
All right, dog.
Thank you.